Hey, all you space cats. Welcome to the Black Hole Podcast, Season 7, Episode 35. I'm Mitch Miller, your host, presidential candidate, the most neutral human in the world, the most transparent candidate on the ballot, a free market entrepreneur, and the most underground artist in the world. And you might be saying, how long can this guy go? How long can he keep talking about stuff on his podcast, right? The podcast is winding down, okay? Every Thursday since January 2024, February, I forget when I started releasing at midnight on Thursday mornings, I've released a podcast. We're up to episode 35 of it, as I just said. And we're going to go until October. And I'll explain around October 15th what's going to happen. But the next steps I have a book that I'm working on. It's about my 68-day stay in UPMC Northwest near my hometown. And I'm going to try to release all of my schizoid investigations in that book. So I'm going to publish that after Election Day sometime in the winter. I really want to talk about is the year 2016. So after trying to talk with President Obama about my investigations, and after seeing the Trump International Hotel 3 blocks from the White House, I left the United States. I flew to Denmark, and I made my way to Aalborg, Denmark. And I want you to grasp a concept in this era of the internet, personalized marketing towards individuals. You have to acknowledge also that AI or supercomputers may show me things on a screen at a public library or on my computer when I search on the internet that they don't show you, right? This is the customizable internet. So I might see interesting statistics, interesting news that I can pursue in my investigations. I want to talk about what I saw in the lobby of a hotel in Aalborg, Denmark. It was an interview on one of the mainstream big three media channels out of the United States. It was an interview with both President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama before they had left the White House. Obviously, I had left during the leading up to the election. And what I saw was when both and most of the interview, both of them were featured. It wasn't just a close-up on one face. It was both of them. And when one Obama was speaking, the image of the other Obama's face degraded as the other one talked. Right? And then as the other Obama spoke, the image, the face of the non-speaking Obama became degraded and, became fuzzy, degraded, pixelated. Now, what I took from this, I formed a theory that even back to 2016, there may be a deepfake virus that could be alive and hiding on smart televisions that uses the data feeding through it to alter what the person is saying using the information stored in the face of the other individual, right? So I don't know what was said during this Obama interview because the television was muted. But what they heard in Denmark during this interview could be different from what they heard in Switzerland because of this deepfake virus. Now, had I been debriefed when I was brought back to the United States and thrown into a mental facility and held down and injected, I would have explained this deepfake virus to the authorities, but they just wanted to shun me off as a schizoid, schizophrenic, whatever you want to say, instead of actually talking to me about my investigations and my findings. But this theory about a deepfake virus, combined with other factors, caused me to create a series of videos in Denmark to validate the media system of 2016. Starting on October 15th, 2016, I published my first video. Sometimes I published multiple videos within a day. Some days I didn't publish any videos. But leading up to the 2016 presidential election and beyond, I created a series of videos on a simple device, smart device, in Denmark. You can look at these series of videos as a wirelessly sensitive individual, wirelessly sensitive person picking up on European wireless waves and translating them and putting out discourse based off of what they were picking up on these waves. You can look at it as one man's journey into psychosis leading up to the 2016 U.S. election, or you can look at it as a validation attempt when confronted with a possible virus that could present information, false information to individuals, even high-ranking leaders, just based off of their smart television that they're watching on. You can look at it however you want. I'm interested in hearing your version of what you make of these videos. But in 2017 or 2018, I made the videos private. They remained on my YouTube account. I published them to YouTube. I tried to publish them on a UK-based video platform, but the moderators rejected me. So I published all these videos. It's about 12 hours worth of video on YouTube, and it remained on my account in the private setting. It's the account that this podcast is published on, and I've published other short videos on it. But we have another election season, and I feel it's important to validate the video content on the internet and the mainstream media during this election cycle so that parties can't claim that these are deep fakes or there's fake. They're already saying there's fake crowds and things like that. So I'm going to release these videos to once again validate the internet using my face, my voice, face recognition, voice recognition. Hopefully we have an honest election and we don't have election deniers. We're facing another Trump election, so it's fitting that I release these videos that led up to the Trump election 2 elections ago where he was elected. I'm going to release these videos using the unlisted option on YouTube. There's private, there's unlisted, and there's public. When I switch these videos to unlisted, I'll be able to share the link for the video, and anyone that has the link should be able to click on the video and click on the link and watch the video. Now, the way I wanted to release these, I talked about unbrainwashing the population, and this was my idea to unbrainwash the general population of the United States. I am very invested in the Intelsat agreement between 3 nations to release the first satellites into space. I believe a lot of things can be traced back to this agreement, why we have 3 entities that dominate both past and present, 3 big media companies, 3 of everything, 3 box stores, everything like that. Uh, so to keep with the Intelsat agreement and to start to bring about equal rights for females around the world, instead of 3 males communicating or 2 males and 1 female communicating, I wanted to, as a male, communicate with 2 female celebrities. And what I would do is release the video, hypothetically on my smartphone, and then send the link simultaneously to the 2 female celebrities for them to share with any celebrity, friends, family, anyone in their contact lists as they see fit. This would be 3 of us releasing the information. And I believe this system would unbrainwash some or all of the United States population. I was not contacted by 2 female celebrities. I was not contacted by any celebrity. So now it's going to be available to anyone that shares this podcast, the Black Hole Podcast. If you share the Black Hole Podcast, you can write any kind of description you want. This guy's running for president. You should listen to his ideas. This guy is a schizoid. I don't know what to make of him. You should listen to this podcast. Or no description at all, just the link to the website that shares all the podcast links or the podcast itself. If you share any aspect of this podcast, it could be an individual episode, anything. Simply send an email with Denmark as the subject to thenovelm@gmail.com. That's THENOVELM @gmail.com. The novel M. Put Denmark in the subject, and I will place you on a list through this email where I can send the link to anyone on the email list as soon as I make it unlisted. As soon as I move it from private to unlisted, I'll copy the link, I'll put it in an email, and I'll send that link out to everyone on the list. You can watch it the day of or whenever. I'm going to release the videos on the original dates that I published them back in 2016. So the first video was on October 15th. I'll make that video unlisted. I think there's multiple on that day. So on and so forth. So each day that I released a video, published it, on that day in 2024, I will re-release it on the unlisted feature and send you the link. I made a Thanksgiving special where I did like 5 or 6 decent-sized videos. I did a Christmas special where I shot all these videos in one day. Pretty interesting stuff. I haven't watched these videos. I don't know. I can't remember what I said. Again, it could have been psychosis. It could have been wireless sensitivity. I'm going to let them fly. Could totally discredit my campaign, but I don't think anyone is really voting for Mitch Miller on this presidential ticket. So let's validate some systems, right? So that'll take us to Christmas. You've listened to the podcast since January. You're going to end it before October 15th. Then you can watch the videos up until Christmas. I believe I was brought back to the I was incarcerated between Christmas and New Year's of that year. Then brought back to the United States on Trump's inauguration day. If Trump is elected, I made a video journal in the privacy of my own home about 1.5 years ago. I call it the 202 because there's 202 episodes of my video journal. I was going to keep it private, top secret, but if Trump is elected, I will release one of these videos each day beginning January 1st, 2025 202 videos. That'll take us well into 2025. That's only if Trump is elected. If someone else is elected president, I will keep these videos top secret. And so, yeah, I don't know after October 15th when the next time I get behind the microphone for this podcast is. Please listen to the upcoming episodes. And I'm waiting for the Obama Foundation, right, to hire me to continue to conduct my investigations, right? It could be the Obama Foundation can be like the Phoenix Foundation for MacGyver. MacGyver did all kinds of... He didn't really investigate too much, but he did. I guess he did investigate a lot of things. Anyway, Obama Foundation can be like my Phoenix Foundation, and I can continue my investigation. So if you'd like to hire me, Obama Foundation, I am available and looking for gainful employment rather than handyman work. Feel that my investigations, my intelligence level, I should be able to make a decent salary at some entity. But probably because people think I am insulting them when I am just telling the truth the way it is and calling them communists because they are. I don't know that I'll ever get hired for gainful employment, even in the federal government. Anyway, thanks for listening. That's the plan. Again, please share this podcast. Send me an email with the subject line Denmark to thenovelm@gmail.com. I'll put you on the list. I'll start building that list. And I will release these videos, and hopefully we have a free, fair, and safe election. We validate the systems if you'd like. And look for that novel coming out, that book. It's not really a novel. It's an interesting concept. It's notes that I took in the mental facility mixed with my investigations. We'll publish that in the upcoming months. But that's the plan. So thanks for listening. Until next time, I wish you peace, prosperity, and homeostasis.